I understand that the Ally Financial Law Scholars Program is committed to reducing barriers to economic mobility and fostering financial and social inclusion. Through my pursuit of a law degree, I believe that I too align with these goals. It's my dream to be a defense attorney. I want to work with young black offenders who are caught up in the criminal justice system. And so when it comes to reducing barriers to economic mobility, I know that youth incarceration is one of the biggest barriers when it comes to economic mobility. Someone who has been incarcerated has a much harder time applying for a job, a much harder time applying to receive higher education. And we know that both of those things are crucial to climbing up that economic ladder. I want to work with these individuals. I want to help create clear pathways for them in their situation that will allow them a chance and an opportunity to make something of themselves. When it comes to fostering financial inclusion, a lot of these individuals suffer from poverty. A lot of them suffer from financially disadvantaged backgrounds. And so a lot of times, when they are caught up in the criminal justice system, they can't afford the legal counsel they might want. And the state would have to provide them with a lawyer. That's like personally, I strongly believe in doing pro bono work. I want to make that a cornerstone of my legal career so that I know I'm not just pursuing this for the money, but because I want to actually help these individuals. I want to actually help these people in my community. When it comes to fostering social inclusion, we all know that incarceration has the opposite effect of social inclusion. It's inherently designed to separate individuals from society. And one big thing about that is a lot of times in these prison systems, they don't provide these individuals with the proper tools once they get out to be successful and to change their ways so that they don't fall to recidivism and end right back in jail. As a defense attorney, I want to work with programs in my community, in the criminal justice system, that would help these young offenders learn the proper tools and skills to secure a job, to learn to apply to get an education, and to just learn overall skills that will make them valuable in the workforce and hireable. I think that's very important to addressing this issue of recidivism, which is very high among young black men in my community. And, we know that the younger an individual is incarcerated, the much higher likelihood that they'll end up back in jail sometime in the future. So I think this is very important. And I think one reason why that is because, they've been locked away at a very young age. And so they're not learning the proper tools and skill sets to become, like I said, valuable adults that can get a job, that know enough to receive a higher education, which would then position themselves favorably to be able to advance financially. So because of these reasons, I believe that I too align with the goals of reducing barriers to economic mobility, as well as fostering financial and social inclusion.